Welcome back to DHN. Let's talk crypto. Market is up again today. After the announcement from Jay Powell, we got another moderate increase of interest rates. This was expected and would explain why the markets are in the green right now. Total crypto market cap sitting just above 1 trillion at time of recording. Bitcoin and Ethereum both printed 3 to 5% gains respectively over the last 24 hours. Binance is also up 7%. We'll be going over the latest from BNB later in the video. Energy Web is also doing pretty well. They landed 2 major deals this week. Algorand, another asset that we enjoy talking about over here. We have some big news to discuss as well for them in this video. But let's start with the most pressing news of the week thus far. LBC, Library, SEC. I got that mixed up. But point is, this week the judge for the Library case clarified that the LBC token for Library could not be deemed a security because it was being sold on a public secondary market. This is the same market that me and you trade on every day. What this means though, if this gets applied to the Ripple case, it would act as a precedent or a direct example of a digital asset related to a company. XRP in this case and its holders would be exempt from any litigation as it pertains to Ripple. Now I think the deck is stacked against the SEC. First, Veritasium comes out, exposes the lack of due diligence on their part, and now we have another example of poor behavior from the SEC. In some other major Ripple news, it was announced that Montenegro would be contracting Ripple to develop a digital dollar with the company. No word of if this uses XRP yet, but the president's words were stablecoin or CBDC. So the options are open in my opinion. Next, Binance teams with MasterCard, and you guys know I was excited about this one. The card will be available to all Binance users in Brazil with a valid national ID and allow them to make payments and pay bills with 13 cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ether, and BUSD. According to the blog post, Binance Card will charge a 0.9% fee per transaction, adding that it will also offer up to 8% in cash back with crypto and allow ATM withdrawals without fees. Binance also unveiled a new decentralized storage system. This storage system will use smart contracts integrated with Web3 applications, all powered by the BNB chain. The system aims to grant users and decentralized applications complete ownership of their data, allowing the system to support web hosting, publishing, data storage, and personal cloud applications. Energy Web has a new application ready to hit the market. This relationship with Core goes back to 2021, but now they have announced a new SIM card technology that will help connect energy devices on Energy Web. Core is an IoT company, so we have a bit of a merging of industries going on. Speaking of merging, last week Polkadot announced it would be merging one of its relays with Energy Web. This basically means that now Polkadot has stepped into the energy game. Energy Web also joined Opportunity, which is an EU pilot program that looks to reduce energy costs for consumers in Europe. We are all aware of the energy situation over there. Energy Web is just trying to get to the root of the issue. Last bit of EWT news, Energy Web was listed as part of a battery passport program also in Europe. Many big names in the industry sector joined them like Audi, BMW, LG, and GS1. This same program was also promoted quite heavily at this year's Davos event. Our Algorand news lets us stay in Europe. The company Settlement is running a smart contract settlement platform on Algorand. This platform has a number of benefits, but the most important being the fact that Settlement received a payments license for the EU, giving them complete clearance as a payment service provider. Their job will be to use Algorand for converting fiat to digital money. With EU MiCA legislation on the horizon, this puts them in the position to include other cryptos like stablecoins at some point in the future. Settlement doesn't just work on payments, they also serve B2B applications, carbon markets, and the supply chain. So they will be bringing a lot of utility to Algorand. Now let's get into a bit of global news. The FASB has set forth guidelines on proper accounting for digital assets. What this means simply is that now crypto exchanges have additional reporting requirements they must meet in order to operate without any issues. In my opinion, this is a big step forward. because from a financial reporting perspective, it forces crypto companies to become more transparent. I think we'll see the effects of this when it comes to reporting gains and losses during tax time. India's CBDC will start rolling out this year at one of its largest retailers. The CBDC will act as a secondary option to fiat. The decision came down from the Central Bank of India, which is in favor of CBDCs because they're cheaper operational cost as opposed to cash, among other things. 18,000 new ATMs are set to go up in the UK that will allow citizens to purchase stablecoins with fiat currency. This is the result of a partnership with Pound Token and Bitcoin Point. Customers will be able to walk right up to an ATM and instead of withdrawing fiat, they can convert their cash into GPT stablecoin or Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is just going to make it even easier for the industry to be adopted as a whole, which is good. Also, remember that the UK is probably the farthest along when it comes to stablecoin regulation, which is why this move was even possible. Lastly, 1,600 retailers in South Africa will now be able to accept Bitcoin through the Lightning Network. This move is in response to South Africa's changing its approach to crypto by classifying them as financial products, which allows for crypto to be used by financial service providers, also known as payment platforms. Basically, certain crypto assets can already be used as a form of currency in the country. But that's all for this one. If you're interested in other payment coins, check out my review on RSR right here. As always, I'm Wade Teamer. I'll see you in the next video.